Hi, Reggae Elliss with the Mountain Watch Snow Report for Saturday, September 23rd, with thanks to XTM Performance. Well, as we all know, we've had a massive meltdown here in the mountains, and the only resort open is Perisher, which has 7 lifts open on Front Valley, also Leichhardt with a thin loop there, and lifts will close there on Monday. As traditional for the last report of the year, we're going to look back at this season. Now, looking back at the season, started off a bit slow. We didn't have any snow leading into the opening weekend, but we did have some snowmaking, and that was enough for Perisher and Mount Buller to open up. Mount Buller on Burke Street and Perisher on a limited cover on Front Valley. Finally, we saw some good snow come through late in June with about 80 centimetres over that period from the 21st to the 27th, and with that it really kicked the season into gear, and it was perfect timing for school holidays. We also had some good early season powder turns during that period as well. Then there was a story of snowmaking and sunshine. We saw very icy conditions for a while there, but really good snow on the groomers until the next snowfall came through on the 8th of July, and that was one of the best powder days of the year. Full-on blizzard conditions, wind hold up high, but definitely worth the effort, and it was one of those classic storm days. After that, we had more snow on the 9th, and then this sort of briny, wet stuff came through, and that put a freeze into the snowpack. We had sunshine and snowmaking. Off-piste stayed very solid for at least a month. Now, that run of sunny weather was great for skiing on piste, and also the terrain parks were in excellent shape, and all the terrain park riders were pretty happy. And we also saw them build a mini half-pipe here in Thredbo for the first time in ages. Now, heading into August, we had some rain to start with, and then we backed up with a couple of small snowfalls, 10 to 15 centimetres around the 10th, and then another 10 centimetres around the 20th to 21st. And by this stage, things had softened off piste, and there's some pretty fun skiing. Late August, well, saw us with an early spring and soft conditions there. Now, we did see some snow melt in that last week of August and the first week of September. Things were getting a little patchy on the lower slopes, but up high still maintained a very good cover, the base sitting around 110 centimetres. Then some snow came through on the 8th of September. We had waited a long time, a really good powder day, full blizzard on the Friday, but the Saturday was an excellent powder day across all resorts, obviously on restricted terrain, the upper elevations are picked there. Then that's when the hairdryer kicked into gear and things deteriorated very quickly. Warm temps, 9 degrees at the top here in Thredbo at 6 a.m. in the morning, top temps of 15, 16 degrees, really hammered the snowpack, and those hairdryers were around the clock, up to 60 to 80 kilometres per hour with gusts up to 110 k's at some stages. And that resulted in an early closure. We saw Buller, Hotham and Thredbo shut 2 weeks early. Falls Creek managed to go for a couple of more days, while we still got Perisher going, as I said. So while it wasn't a great year for actual snow depth, it got to 131 centimetres at its peak. There was a good 2 months of some fun skiing, a lot of hardback on-piste stuff, but then we did see a couple of powder days, but not as many as we would like. This has been Reggae Elliss in Thredbo with thanks to XTM Performance, and we'll see you next winter.